Chana Masala Chickpea Curry.
If you're new to my channel, you can be notified of my latest video uploads by subscribing and pressing the all bell icon.
Happy Vasaki, thanks for coming down, guys. We're going to do Okra Bhindi and we're going to do Chana. These are two classic Punjabi dishes that are cooked in the village of Punjab, and I take over to you, Manju.
Okay, thank you, Amrit. Okra are also known as ladyfingers, bhindi, and when I go and buy bhindi, I check that it's blemish-free, no marks, and snaps cleanly. So that means it's not stringy. You know, sometimes you get fibrous bhindi, but this snaps cleanly, so it's good bhindi. And what I've done is, I've washed it whole, because if you wash it when you've cut it, as you know, this gooey substance comes out. It doesn't matter, it's fine, it's edible. Generally, we wash, dry thoroughly, and then chop it up. And I've chopped it into croutons, you can slice it. I tend not to use vegetable oil because you don't know what vegetables are used in making that oil. But sunflower oil is absolutely fine. So I've heated my oil up, and I'm going to add a few mustard seeds to this. So this dish has mustard seeds.
Is this the Tarka?
Yeah, it's just the tarka.
The tempering of spices, it's an ancient Indian cooking style. It's actually using the spices, put them into hot oil, really actually tempering them, making them hot. So you've added onions.
Yes. These are brown mustard seeds, I think. You can get black mustard seeds. European cooking generally has white mustard seeds, or the yellow ones, yeah. But Indian cooking is predominantly brown or black.
Okay,
so I've heated my oil up, added the mustard seeds. They crackle and pop, which means they're edible. We're making them digestible to the human stomach. And then I've added some onion, and to that I'm going to add a bit of black pepper.
Thank you.
I'm going to add some green chilli, and the general rule of thumb is the smaller the chili, the hotter the chili. Does anyone know where the heat of the chili comes from in the chili?
Seeds. Here's your seeds. You know what? You're all wrong. You're all wrong. The chef will tell you now.
Yeah. It's contained in the pith of the chili, and if you slit open a chili, that white vein, that's where the heat comes from. So it doesn't matter if you seed or de-seed a chili, you know, it doesn't work. The heat of the chili is in the pit.
Sure. And never ever touch chilies like I'm doing. I've got industrial hands. I've got family who've done 80 years of Indian cooking. So never touch them. Why? If you touch your eyes or your mouth, you're in trouble. Absolute trouble.
You can use ginger and garlic in this dish,
wow,
which is fine.
And okra, is okra found in India?
It's found in Asia and Africa.
Yeah.
I think, do you know where this
This is actually from Kenya. 2 days ago we went to the market and bought fresh. Bhindi used to be very seasonal. However, now, because of aircraft freight, we can get stuff all year round. And so, yeah, bhindi, okra, it's well adored by lots of people now. But you know, tomatoes and cauliflower and potatoes, they weren't Indian at all. Thanks to the South Americans, and particularly to the Portuguese traders, they brought tomatoes, potatoes, and cauliflower to India. So it's quite interesting in the last, say, what, 200-300 years. Whereas Punjabi cuisine has always been pulses, lentils, dal, and rice. And
so
here we are.
I've added a bit of fresh garlic. If you haven't got ginger garlic puree, you can get ready-made, or lazy ginger, lazy garlic. So I've mixed all that up. I've made the tarka, or the blend, and then you just add your okra to it. And it's almost done. And you saute this for 5 to 6 minutes. So once again, heated my oil up, added mustard seeds if you want to use mustard seeds, let them crackle and pop, add your onion, then add a bit of turmeric, black pepper, cumin if you want, ginger and fresh green chilies, and saute your mixture. And it should look like this.
So it's not rocket science, it's
No,
very
it isn't.
simple.
It isn't rocket science. So that's the beauty of it. And okra's delicious.
Yeah,
have a little crunch.
And I read it's good for the eyes, it's good for the body.
Yeah, it contains vitamin C,
Right.
and so do chilies. It's really good if it has a bite.
Sure.
So if you boil anything forever, the nutrients go away. But frozen vegetables are fine.
Okay.
They keep the nutrients intact.
Sure.
So frozen is fine. But overboiling and deep frying, it kind of denatures all the nutrients.
And I get sick and tired, really sick and tired of all those kind of male TV chefs thinking they know what's good with great food. Bhindi is a classic dish. Very simple. You don't. People can. Your tarka is not standard. You can add more onions. You can add more spices, can't you?
Yeah.
All right.
So I've added turmeric and black pepper because black pepper enhances the healing properties of turmeric.
Well done.
So, right.
Thank you so much.
Anyone going to try this at home? And I've got a website, manjumalhi.com. I think I've got the okra dish on there. Or Instagram me, The Real Manju. It's The Real Manju. And it's got a picture of one of my books on there, The Seasoned Foodie, which I wrote during lockdown. Let's make chickpea curry. Quick chickpea curry.
So the classic Punjabi chickpea curry, different variations. In the Punjab restaurant, we have the Amrit S Maan OBE. You can have a chickpea curry dry, or you can have it wet, saucy. But let's see what Manju's making now.
So I've added my onions, they're frying away nicely.
Yep.
Then my 5 spice rule
Okay.
is cumin, ground coriander,
Yep. Second.
turmeric,
Your third.
garam masala.
4. And that's the interesting masala. Who knows what goes in garam masala? You don't know. It's a spice blend. No one knows.
Right, if you go down an alleyway in Delhi and ask for masala, you might get something else. It won't be a culinary ingredient, but generally, garam masala is hot spice blend. Garam means hot, masala is blend, yeah? So it's all the warming spices you get, say, in
Cinnamon.
mulling spice.
Nutmeg.
Yeah.
Coriander.
Yeah.
There's a few more. Cloves. And is there a bit of cardamom in there? or
Yes,
not?
sometimes, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
And that's a
masala,
blend
yeah,
that's spiced down. And we always use. Oh, and you
Yeah, you
Danielle?
could, yeah.
But with garam masala, you get different qualities and different types of garam masala. The best spice, to be honest, I think, come from Africa. I don't know what it is. The African continent, the African soil brings out the best spice, whereas Indian spices varies. To be honest, I don't know. Do you think that's my
Different
take?
flavours. It depends on what I think spices are grown nearby.
Yeah.
So, like if there's cardamoms near vanilla,
Yeah.
vanilla tastes very cardamom. You get Indian vanilla.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's amazing. So I've added fresh tomatoes. If you haven't got fresh tomatoes, you can use tinned ones or tomato puree as a quick backup.
Before tomatoes came to India in the 16th century, to India, to Punjab, and they were seen as a fruit, but they initially were seen as a toxic, poisonous. They assumed it was like a horrible thing, don't eat it. But slowly they started to introduce it. The tomatoes to Punjab are recently new. It's a new phenomenon. It's about 300 years old. And that's really interesting. You put the chickpeas in, have you?
Yes, I have. I'm sauteing them. You can add a bit of water to make a bit of sauce if you want.
Yeah.
And cook the chickpeas a little longer as well. And you mash them up to make the sauce thicker. So you don't add flour, because some people add flour to thicken the sauce.
I see.
All I'm doing is just breaking up the chickpeas.
Sure. And if you want a bit more sauce, you can add water.
You can add water, yeah. Or even stock, vegetable stock.
Yeah.
Add a bit of vegetable stock to the water. But bear in mind that stock does contain salt. And if you want a sour note, you can add tamarind or amchur powder, which is mango powder.
Really? Wow, look at that.
So it looks like that. And you can get it in any supermarket, really. Just to add that kind of street food spicy feel.
Tangy.
Yeah, tangy. It's really lovely.
Wow. That looks,
And then-
can you guys smell this from here?
Yeah.
I can. I'm hungry.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to plate it up.
Look at that.
So heated my oil up. I added sunflower oil in a hot pan.
You did?
Then I added some onions, the spices, my 5 spices, which are cumin, coriander, garam masala, turmeric, and what's the last one? chili powder.
Yeah.
So 5 spice rule and a bit of amchur to go with it.
Sure.
And then I mixed it all up, added tomatoes, then I cooked the chana. There you have it. This is Chana Masala Chickpea Curry.
Great, fantastic.
That's
Thank you, Manju. A very simple demo of Cucumber Raita.
I've washed my cucumber and I'm keeping the skin on, it's good fibre, and I'm going to grate it. So I'm just grating it to create a raita, which is a yogurt relish that is synonymous with Punjabi cuisine.
Yeah.
And it accompanies lots of dishes. It's like a salad really. So we've got our bhindi, we've got our chana, we've got our aloo gobi. So this delicious raita is a cooling agent and it tastes delicious. So I'm grating the cucumber like this.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do, I wash my hands. I'm going to squeeze the juice out.
That's the trick, isn't it? That's
Yeah, or else it becomes quite runny and watery.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I see.
You can either do it through a sieve or with your hands.
Yeah.
And then just place it in there. I'll do a bit more. And then to that, I'm going to add some ground cumin
Yeah.
and a pinch of salt. So I'll do that. So raitas can be made out of fruits, chopped up tomatoes, onions, or just a bit of spice really, like jeera or ground cumin or black pepper. I'm using fresh chilies for this. And then you add your yogurt. I'm going to use Greek style yogurt, but you could use light yogurt if you want.
Sure.
Low fat yogurt. So add that, give it a good mix, and as you can see, it's not looking that runny, is it? It's not looking very runny. So, and add a pinch of salt. I'm using sea salt. Bear in mind, salt contains sodium, even sea salt. Even Himalayan pink salt will contain sodium.
And too much sodium is bad for you.
Yeah, it causes high blood pressure. So you don't have to add any salt to this. So I'm mixing that up. Add a bit of ground cumin.
Okay.
In there.
And what does the ground cumin do?
It just adds that flavour, that kind of hearty Punjabi flavour. Cumin seeds are big in the north of India. And then to that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat some oil.
Interesting.
So it's like a Tarka Raita.
Yeah,
so Tarka
I've
means
never
seasoning. Yeah.
Witnessed this in my 80 years of family
Really?
business.
No. So I've got some green chilies here. Fresh green chilli.
Being the first ever bug-wearing interview, I knew the moment I announced myself, I had a massive weight on my shoulder. Everyone was looking at me. I was getting messages saying, you've got to go represent us. You've got to do well.
Use soap and water, that would be good.
Okay.
So I wash my hands. But if you're eating a hot dish in a restaurant, if you find that the dish is too hot for your palate, reach for creamy or dairy products or coconut milk or ice cream, not water, because the water does nothing.
Wow, look at that.
So just put it in a serving dish.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll add a bit more yogurt.
That's a really good texture, that is.
You like that?
Oh yeah. I've seen cucumber raita. I've not seen cucumber raita like that.
Really?
Yeah, that's really good.
So what I'm doing is I'm sizzling some chilies, just to give it a bit of showtime.
Okay.
You don't have to do this, guys, but add it like this, and there you have it, your cucumber raita.
Wow, fantastic.
Or your Kheera Raita.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your recipes.
Real Manju is the Instagram handle.
Thank you again. God bless you.
All right.
Really, yeah. So Manju's actually got 6 books out, 6 cookery books out, which is absolutely incredible.
And there's one here.
There's one there.
Picture per recipe. Amazon as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
You can have a look through it. Just to clean that.